Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make gears in Roblox and how to make them work. So what you want to do is you want to hit J with your build tool if you know how to use F3X. If you don't, I suggest googling a video on how to use F3X. So what you want to do is hit J on your keyboard and then click the ground and it will spawn in a block like this. And then you want to hit X and you can see it over here on your build tools bar. And you can expand it like this. And how you adjust the distance that it expands is you go over to here to increment and you type in 0.0001 and then you have essentially infinite shrink and expand. And what we're going to do here is we're going to make a platform. So let me go ahead and do that. Now we got our platform. Let me just check it in video view. Yeah, so we got our platform here. And it's a beautiful platform, if I say so myself. But next what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our J tool over here. It's easier to see it over on this little bar. And then we're going to go over here to the left side of the screen and change what sort of part we add. And we're going to add a cylinder. It's going to start out really big like this. And then we're going to rotate it with the C tool. And then we're going to change it with the X tool. And I'm referring to them as their key names. As you can see, there's little letters by all the tools over here. And when you hit those letters on your keyboard, it references them or goes to them. As you can see, if I hit C, B, C again, and then B. But I'm using the X tool to reshape this. And I'm going to take this. I'm going to try and put this in the center of my platform. It might not be perfect, because, you know, nothing's ever that perfect unless you spend ages getting it there. So, now we got this post here, or stick, or there's another word for it, but I'm not going to use it here. We want to try and make it as small as possible, but not, like, super tiny, just average. And then what we're going to do is we're going to copy our little platform here. And how you copy is you click on it, and you hit Shift-C, and then you go to your Z tool right here, this little arrow thing, and then you move it okay, and then you use the Z tool to move this up and down. And what we're going to do is we're going to scale this down with the X tool to make it really tiny here. The reason for this is we're going to make a shaft that can spin around. So now we're going to take this block that we just made and we're going to use the Z tool to move it around like this. But first we got to go change the increment, which is basically the distance that you can move in the Z tool, as well as the size that you can make a block in the X tool, like this, and like this. And we're going to go over here to our increment, which as you can see I can drag it around. Right here it says increment, and I'm going to set that to 0.0001. So now I can move it really smoothly around. I'm going to bring it in really close to this stick. And I'm going to try and make this really tiny. Then I'm going to make a copy of it again by hitting Shift-C. And bring it up to the top of this. Maybe bring it down a little bit lower. And then I'm just going to look at it because I got a vision in how this machine's going to work for you guys. And then I'm going to copy the stick in the center, but before I copy it I'm going to paint it purple. And how you paint is you hit V, or you click on the V tool over here. And then you can paint it whatever color you guys want, but I prefer it to be purple so we can actually see it. And then you hit Shift-C, copy the stick, rotate it, because you got to be able to push on it. Scale it up with the X tool, then go to the X tool again and go to both over here on the left and go to these little bubbles, make it bigger. And as you can see, I can't really push on this. So what you want to do is you want to go to Z tool and lift it up so your Roblox character can push on it. Now, it's not very pretty, but it's going to do stuff. Now what we got to do is we got to copy these two pieces like this. Once again, the Shift C to copy. Then what you want to do is you want to hit Shift and you want to click on all these blocks. I'll color them green with the V tool so you can see it. And then what you do is you hit Shift C and you hit the C tool over here on the right and you rotate that stuff you just copied. And then you hit Shift C again and you copy and rotate that again. And you'll get this sort of strange shape. And basically what this will do is this will hold the purple stuff inside of it and let you rotate it around. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to select the center stick and hit Shift C, copy it, rotate that thing we just made with the C tool, put that stick down on top, and then copy it a few times, which you probably know how to do by now. And then make a gear, or a stick-em-a-bob. So now we got our stick-em-a-bob, a sort of long stick, and these green things to hold it inside. And then we're going to make this long stick here a little bit longer with the X tool over here. Make sure both is on, so it is even on both sides. Make it really long. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hold Shift and we're going to click on all the purple stuff. And a good way to select a lot of stuff at a time is to hold down left click if you're a righty and drag and select. If not, you'll have to manually select everything. Then what we're going to do is go to the F tool right here, click on it, and hit Weld Last. And then we're going to go to the M tool, which is right here. It looks like a little anchor, like a boat anchor or a ship anchor. And we're going to click Unanchor. And now we can spin this thing around. As you can see, we made a machine that can maybe power something. There you guys go. I know I went a little fast. I'll make another one that's way slower and that does a lot more stuff. Okay, goodbye.